How's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom train. It's me, it's JJ, Double J, the Illuminator here, the sweet one. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. I was just thinking, isn't it funny when we're younger that we see adults and they look so much older to us, and then we find out that they really weren't that much older to begin with, or even not even adults. I remember when I learned swimming. I remember when I learned how to swim, rather. And it was at the boys' club. And I would go every Saturday for that summer or whatever it was. And my dad would drop me off. And they had... Now, I was 9 at the time. 8 or 9. Probably 8 at the time. And they had 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds that would help out. They would be kind of like the... I don't know if they still do, but Boys Club would have teenagers that would kind of be like counselors, camp counselors type of thing. And I can remember they looked so much older. And then by the time I was 13, 14, I couldn't believe that's all they were, because to an 8-year-old, 14 looks like an adult. Also, when I was in first grade, this is what I really was thinking of at first. When I was in first grade, my first grade teacher got pregnant, and she had the baby during the summer between when I was in first and second grade. But I believe her name was Elizabeth. They called her Beth. But I can remember knowing at the time that she was, a newer teacher. But I found out years later she was 26. Now, when you're 6 years old, 26 is definitely an adult. I mean, there's moms that are younger than 26 by the time you're 6. Depending on who your mom is. But, I mean, to think that, I couldn't believe that she was only 26. Of course, then I ended up knowing teachers that were friends of mine that became teachers that really right out of college, they started teaching. Like at 23 years old, started teaching. It must have been the same thing for Beth. But it just reminded me how when you get older, you don't realize that, when you were a certain age, it was like a big deal to be a certain age, and then it really isn't. I can remember when my parents were 40. I graduated high school. I think my dad was 44, 43 or 44 when I graduated high school. I'm older than that now. It's like, when did I become my parents' age? That's what I say a lot. You don't really realize it's happening, but all of a sudden you become an adult. And it's like the other adults were that same age too. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Do you ever think of it that way? I hope you're staying safe. I love you all. Take care. Have a good rest of the day. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Ow, that hurt.